I'm here to teach you everything that you need to know about picking your first lock in less than 5 minutes. Alright, so the first thing that you need to know is what type of lockpick to use. This is the only lockpick that you need to pick 80 to 90% of the locks you'll ever encounter. I believe it's called a half diamond lockpick, and I got it in this Southward lockpick set. It's full of a bunch of other lockpicks that you probably will never use. The only other thing you need is a tension wrench or torsion wrench, and that was also included in the kit. The only other thing you need to pick a lock is a lock, and selecting the right lock is important. The easiest way to select a lock is by looking at the keys. When you look at a lock's key, you'll notice peaks and valleys. The closer they are together across the line, the easier the lock is going to be to pick. For example, these are all pretty much in a straight line. The valleys are all at the same level. It's an easy lock to pick. If you look at this key, you'll notice there's a deep valley and the other valleys are higher than it. This is a bit more difficult lock to pick. This lock is a little bit in between those two, but it's still going to be difficult because the valleys are not at the same level. So after examining these keys, this lock will be the easiest one to pick. When you go to the store, you can usually see the keys in the packaging, so try to pick one that has a nice, easy key. The first thing you'll want to do when picking a lock is insert the tension wrench into this part of the keyhole. Alright, it's in the lower part. If you look in there, you'll see pins. You want to be able to have access to the pins using the actual pick, so the tension wrench goes below those. Depending on the lock, it either needs to turn clockwise or counterclockwise. In the case of most padlocks, it can go either way. Okay, this technique is called raking. It's kind of the shotgun approach. It's not very precise, but it'll open most padlocks pretty easily and quickly. So, you insert your pick with this pointy side facing the pins all the way to the back of the lock. Once it's back there, you want to apply tension with your torsion wrench. Now you apply more than you normally would when you're picking a lock, the more precise method. Then you want to put your finger on this part of the pick to leverage the tip up against the pins. And while you're applying tension here and with the tension wrench, you want to pull it straight out and rake it across the pins. That's why it's called raking. And when you do this, you'll feel it pop and the lock will open. Right. Alright, so that's how you rake pick a padlock. And it's the easiest and the quickest way to pick any lock. Depending on how the keys are set up, that may or may not work as easily as it did for me. This is a fairly easy lock to pick. More difficult locks would require a little bit more practice and time, and there's different methods for doing it as well. So if you're interested in seeing another video about a different method for picking locks that may be more difficult, like deadbolts, like this video, and I might make it. Thank you.